Alrighty guys, welcome back. We are playing Higurashi, When They Cry, Chapter 2, Watanagashi. Last time, we kind of left off in the middle, but we helped Shion with her predicament at the Angel Mort. So let's continue, shall we? We have our date to get to. We have, I don't know, guess we'll see. Guess we'll see what else we got in store. While Rena and I were having a discussion about the dessert we just ate, Shion arrived with some coffee.
あら、ちっちゃい二人は帰っちゃいましたか?
They sure did. Hearing them called the little ones was so strange, I inadvertently burst out laughing.
なんか片付けの途中だったとかで帰っちゃったよ。
Shion had brought enough coffee for 4 people.
先輩に話を聞きました。
I assume that they're practicing for Watanagashi with Rika, but Sadaka, right?
なんだか私のためにいろいろご迷惑をかけてしまったみたいで。
全然迷惑じゃないよ。
Absolutely.
またならぬしーちゃんのピンチだしね。あ、いいよねしーちゃんで。みーちゃんとお揃いで可愛いかなって。
あ、まあどうぞご自由に。
Shion seemed a bit hesitant when Rena started talking to her. Rena was pretty sharp about some things, so Shion was probably worried that Rena would find out she was Mion after talking like that, so yeah. Shion said she'd have work soon and hurried off back to the kitchen, leaving behind some coffee. Leaving behind coffee just for the two of us. Jesus, I can't read.
レナにそっけなかった。
Ooh.
慣れ慣れしい子だと思われちゃったかな。
Man, Rena is apparently a very socially adept person.
照れてるだけだよ。
でも本当にそっくりだね。
Mm-hmm.
双子ってよりももう一人のみーちゃんみたいな感じ。
There sure
外
is.
見は似てるけど、雰囲気っていうか、中身は全然違うだろ。
Are they? Are they different, Keiichi?
そういう。
ケイチ君
my
は
bad.
そう思う？中身もそっくりだと思うよ。
It somehow became silent. Rena was just staring at the pattern the milk made on the surface of her coffee without saying a word. For somebody like me who could never stop talking, it was a rather uncomfortable moment. Rena's off-put mannerism seemed to imply I said something I shouldn't have. But yeah, I mean, it's not like it's Keiichi's fault. It's his fault in the sense that, like, he's kind of unaware. But, you know, a lot of people, I think it's kind of unfair to expect that much from him. But maybe not. I don't know. That unpleasantness carried on for a little while. I suppose that's just kind of part of, like, growing up, you know? Like, I mean, he's a child, right?
レナさ、
Ooh, this music again.
今日言ってたろ。ミオンが傷つけられたなんて話。
そんな話したかな。
Oh, come on.
だからとぼけるなよ。
It really is her plan dumb, man.
確かに言ったよ。今日の学校からの帰り道で。
This chapter so far has had me have, like, a different view of Rena. More so than anything that happened to Nonikakushi. She is the goat. Rena answered by laughing while continuing to play dumb, questioning if she said that. As thick-headed as I was, I had a faint realization. Rena wanted to say that I was the one who hurt Mion. But when? I wonder if you can even say... I mean, obviously there's the, you know, the thing with the doll, right? But I feel like you can't even just boil it down to, like, one moment. It's just the dynamic of the relationship in general. And I don't think it's even fair to say that it's Keiichi who hurt her exactly. I mean, I get it, you know. Me?
もし仮にそういうことがあったとしても、それは俺には悪意はなか
Yeah,
ったんだよ。
that's what I mean, is that Keiichi, it's not like he meant to do this at all. And it's kind of a failure of communication on Mion's part as well, but it's just such a difficult situation that it's hard to even say. I continued the conversation, but left out the assumption that I had hurt Mion.
うん、きっとそうだと思う。ケイチ君に悪気はなかったと思うな。
Rena replied, also leaving out the assumption that I had hurt Mion. But that confirmed it. I don't know how it happened, but it seemed that I had hurt Mion. And I mean, this is like the first step, right? This is like a good, I mean, he has to understand first, right? And it's not like it's all his fault, right? I mean, I keep saying that, but I don't think Mion's way of handling it has exactly been very good. And Rena was upset with me due to the fact that I hadn't realized it. That is, I can understand that, I suppose.
誤解しないでほしいんだけど、別にレナは怒ってるわけじゃないよ。
Yeah. Seeing right through what I was thinking, Rena said that as she smiled even more gently than usual.
ただなんていうのかな。難しいなって。
It sure is hard.
俺に落ち度があるなら、はっきりそうだと言ってくれないか。
How do you even say it? What do you even
俺
say?
は自分でも呆れるほど鈍感なんだ。謝るべきことがあるなら、少しでも早くそれに気づいて謝罪したいと思ってる。
Hmm.
別に圭一君に落ち度なんかなかったと思うよ。
Yeah.
考えようによってはずるいのは
Exactly.
みーちゃんの方なのかもし
Thank
れ
you.
ないし。
Yeah, because I understand Mion so much. I totally like I get it so much. And it's, you know, she's unhappy with the dynamic of her relationship with Keiichi. She wants to change it in some way, right? Change the way Keiichi views her. But it's just like such a, especially since they're kids, like it's really rough to do that at all. I mean, with any relationship you have established with anyone, it's very difficult to change, like, you know, just what, like, the dynamic is, you know, when it's been established.
ずるいのが女の子だって言い直るのもまたずるい気がするし。
I don't know. What Rena said was draped in mystery. Unfortunately, I had no idea what she meant. The only thing I got out of it was that I had said or done something to inadvertently hurt Mion.
頼むよ、レナ。ミオンは俺の最高の仲間の一人だ。遺恨を残してなんか付き合いたくない。
But what do you even say?
だから教えてくれよ。俺は何を傷つけてしまったんだ。
but it's not...
ダメだよ。
Yeah.
こういうのは自分で気づか
Sure.
なきゃ。
And that really is the answer, I guess. But Mion could certainly do a lot more to help him realize. I mean, it really is just clear communication. It feels just like, I mean, that kind of felt like a thing in Onikachi too, right? That it was really lack of clear communication in the relationship with Keiichi and everyone else is really just the downfall of everything. And that's this too, obviously in much lesser stakes, right? But Rena was smiling like she always did, but spoke bluntly. The fact that she had the strength of will surprised me for a moment. I know, she's amazing.
それに気づけないからこうして頼んでるんだろ。
Come on. My tone had unintentionally become harsh. Rena was also surprised for a moment, but quickly returned to her flat demeanor.
じゃあヒントだけならいいかな。
Okay.
特別なんだよ。
すまん。頼む。ちゃんと考えるから。
Rena looked around the restaurant, searching for Shion. Shion was working enthusiastically, but without confidence as usual.
しーちゃん、髪の毛を上げて結んだらみーちゃんと見分けつかなくなるんだろうね。
Sure is.
うん、そうだな。
じゃあさ、みーちゃんが髪をほどいたらやっぱりしーちゃんと見分けがつかなくなるのかな。
A very good question. Man, like you know what she means. Like not like, yeah, not like physically exactly, right?
それとこれと何の関係があるんだよ。
もしもだよ。双子の妹なんて話は嘘で、あれは妹のふりをしてるみーちゃんだったらどう思う？
Because he hasn't really thought about it, has he? He's just, well, I mean, he has, but he's been thinking of it as like just some weird thing. I don't know. He hasn't like thought about like why she's doing it really, or I guess he kind of has, just I guess he doesn't really realize it in like connection specifically to him, right? Because it is just Keiichi that she's like doing this for, essentially, right? Rena was sharper than her daily behavior belied. No kidding. I was hesitant in verbally affirming that, but it was the right answer.
質問に質問で返すようで悪いけどさ、レナの言う通り、ミオンがシオンのふりをしていたとして、それは何のためだよ。
That's what you need to figure out. After maintaining the silence for a while, Rena glanced at the clock. Yeah, thank you, Rena, thank you. God, I love Rena. Oh my god.
ヒントにしては多すぎかも。はあ
I don't know. Rena seems to be very emotionally mature for her age. I don't think it's fair to expect that from everybody. After thanking me for the dessert, Rena stood up from her seat. Like, I don't think there would really be a problem in just telling Keiichi. Because it's very possible that it's something in a relationship that he's never had to deal with at all before, you know?
ごめんね。頼まれてるお買い物があるからそろそろ帰るね。しーちゃんには挨拶もせずに先に帰っちゃってごめんって伝えておいてもらえるかな。
ああ、伝えておく。
ごめんね。
え？
レナって怒りんぼなの。
Oh.
怒ってごめんね。
You got angry? When did that
ケイ
happen?
チくんだけが悪いわけでもないのに。
Yeah. Rena was harsh in her apology, but I was the one who really should have apologized.
みーちゃんだってもうそんなに気にしてないことだと思うの。
I don't know about that. I mean, maybe not the specific event we could be talking about, but I think in general... Unless you're just saying it's like she's given up on it and just wants to do this Shion Mion thing forever.
だからなかったことにして忘れちゃってもいいと思うんだけど。でもね、同じ女の子としてはケイチくんに自分で気づいて自分で謝りに来てほしいなって夢を見ちゃうの。
But it's not exactly fair to put all the blame on Keiichi either, right? Mion, I think there's something for Mion to learn too, that's for sure. Switching to cute mode only at the end, she disappeared in the direction of the register. Ooh, nighttime, yeah. While I was staring into space, somebody suddenly tapped me on the shoulder. Oh, ready to go?
やっと終わりました。
It was Shion, who had changed into her street clothes. She flashed a smile while greeting me.
今日は本当にありがとな。どれもすごい美味しかった。みんなも喜んでたよ。
いえいえ、そんな。でも喜んでもらえて嬉しかったです。あれ？さっきの女の人も帰っちゃったんですか？
She sure did. Time for us to have a talk, I hope.
先に帰って申し訳ないって伝えておいてくれって。
そうですか。じゃあ私たちも表に行きません？
It's
た
time.
とえオフでもバイト先は緊張しちゃいますから。
We ended up strolling around without any destination in particular. I had been sitting the entire time, so I was in need of a breath of fresh air. Ooh. When we left, the sky had already become draped in a veil of darkness.
はあ。
Must be pretty late. It's like summer, right? It gets dark late.
なんだか暗くなってきちゃいましたね。もっと早めに終わらせてもらえる約束だったのに。
Shion seemed upset that there wasn't much time left.
でもいいかな。ちょっとでもこうしてのんびりお話できる時間が取れたから。
Saying that, Shion set out for the tree-lined boulevard behind the station. The front of the station was slowly becoming crowded with businessmen heading home.
さて、自己紹介からしようかな。初対面はいきなりお姉と間違えられるという衝撃的な出会いだけで、
We're really doubling
互い
down,
に
huh?
挨拶もしてないですからね。
I could only smile and laugh wryly.
私、園崎しおんと申します。
Sonozaki
お
Shion.
姉と似てるのは外見だけなんですよ。お姉は大雑把で暑苦しい人なんだけ
Aw.
ど、私は几帳面だけど涼しい人なんです。
I remembered what Rena and I had been talking about earlier. I said that they looked the same, but their personalities were different, while Rena said that they were both the same. I don't know what tipped her off, but Rena figured out that Shion was Mion. Also, related to that, she said that I had hurt Mion. Rena had only given one hint. That was, why is Mion pretending to be Shion? Why is she? I mean, I know
シ
why.
オンは俺のことミオンからなんて聞いてるんだ？
I love this music so much.
お姉はケイちゃんのことお気に入りみたいですから。 饒舌にいろいろと喋ってくれますよ。部活の話とか、やられたとかやり返したとか、そんな男の子みたいな話ばかりです。本当に仲がいいんですね。
Boyish kind of stories, huh? I'm glad he thought about that too. Come to think of it, I think there was something Shion told me before. Kei-chan, you don't think of my sister as a girl, do you? Was that what happened that hurt Mion? Mion herself said that she wished she'd been born a boy, and that being a girl didn't suit her. She said a lot of things to that effect, didn't she?
ケイちゃん、さっきからなんだか楽しくなさそうですけど。
いや、そんなことないよ。
Cause like, just what I'm thinking is like this whole boy-girl thing, you know? It's like the positions that Mion is in, like, socially, you know? She's the president of their club, she, you know, all of this, like, responsibility she takes on herself by the role that she has in her relationship with, like, the whole friend group, you know? It's something that is very much related with, like, masculinity, you know? Like, being the, you know, she's the leader of their club. She's kind of a, you know, a hard ass in a way. She, like, you know what I mean? Like, she supports the rules of the club very much and all of that, you know? It's like she's someone that everyone else can, like, rely on in a way, all of that, you know? And I guess that's just something that I feel like, socially, especially probably in 1983, that's something that is much more, like, connected to masculinity than, you know, femininity, right? So, yeah, I guess I understand it, I guess. I guess that's all. I don't know. There's nothing else to say about that. Man, it looks like my OBS is, like, lagging. I don't know why, though. Let me, like, close Google Chrome. I don't know why it is. Sorry. Probably annoying. Let me close this. I hope it's not affecting the camera too much. I have no idea. Taking forever. I don't know what's going on. Sorry. Could edit this out, maybe, if I remember. I have my editing software open still. Okay. Oh. Okay. There we go. Hopefully we're good now. Are we good? Hope we're good. I don't know. Can't tell. I think we are. Sure.
隠し事が下手なくせに嘘つこうとするんですよね。
But anyway, what I was trying to say is just like all of this, like her being like boyish, you know. It's just like the way she has to act in order to like uphold the kind of like way she wants to seem like as the leader of the club and all of that, right? Probably there's more to it in like her personal life that we don't know about, but you know, it makes sense, I guess. And that's just, it makes sense why Keiichi would view her like that, and like kind of the downside of it, of, you know, depending on what she wants the dynamic of her relationship with Keiichi to actually be like, yeah.
だから憎めないんですけど。
Let me read that again real quick. Okay. Saying that, she lightly chopped my forehead. Even though Shion was enjoying herself, I was still trying to figure out how I had hurt Mion. I was having a hard time figuring out the riddle that Rena had left me with.
ほら、あれ、綺麗だと思いません？男の子でも綺麗に感じます？
綺麗だな。
Shion was having fun window shopping, dragging me by all sorts of stores I would normally never enter. God, why was that hard to read? It wasn't like she was begging me to buy or anything, and I wasn't getting bored either. It was just something to talk about as we walked around. In an easygoing way, we browsed through numerous stores. We discussed all sorts of topics I knew nothing about, and I didn't lose interest. I had the feeling she was good at conversation.
ケイちゃんってこういうの初めてですか？
Probably.
ああ、初めてだよ。こんな小物のお店なんか、こうして連れてきてもらわなかったら一生入らなかったな。
I don't think that's what she means.
そういうのじゃなくて、こういう感じの。
Wah. I leapt back when Shion suddenly linked her arm with mine. Aw.
そんなに驚かなくてもいいじゃないですか。女の子と腕を組むくらい そんなに恥ずかしいことなんですか？
Shion's expression was a little bit miffed, but suggestive at the same time.
別に恥ずかしくなんかねえよ。
I'm sure.
腕が欲しけりゃ1本でも2本でもくれてやるよ。ほら。
ケイちゃんって本当に退屈しない人ですね。お姉のお気に入りってのもよくわかります。
いらねえなら引っ込めるぞ腕。
そんな喜んで拝借いたしますわ。
Laughing in good spirits, Shion locked her arm with mine. My heart skipped a beat.
反応を楽しみたいんで意地悪に質問しますけど、ケイちゃん、女の子と腕組んだことあります？
No chance.
林間学校のキャンプファイヤーでってのはなしでです。
That little devil. She was asking that question knowing full well what the answer would be.
林間学校を封じられると辛いな。
そうだと思いました。
そのいたずらっぽい笑い方、本当にミオンと同じだな。
No kidding.
お前、本当にシオンなんだろうな。ミオンがシオンだって嘘ついてるんじゃないのか？
お姉がシオンのふりをしてるかもしれないって思ってます？
I sure am thinking
さっ
that.
きまでは双子だと思ってたが、悪ふざけの仕方がミオンとそっくりすぎるからな。
口ではそんなこと言ってますけど、ケイちゃんはちゃんと私とお姉を区別してますよ。
He can.
区別ってなんだよ。
お姉がこうやって腕を取ってきたら、ケイちゃんドキドキしますか？
する。関節技でもかけられるんじゃないかと思ってビクビクする。
I think that's... Oh, man. Oh, this is rough. It just feels like it's just gonna just reinforce her behavior, you know? Shion laughed so hard she had to hold on to her sides.
おいおい、そんなにおかしいことかよ。肩腹を押さえて涙溜めるくらいに。
いえいえ、お姉ってしょうがないなって思ったんです。年頃の男の子と腕を組んで心臓を高鳴らすこともできないなんて。
Ah, shouldn't say that.
本当に女の子失格ですよね。
I remembered once again that I'd heard someone say that before.
お姉は男の子に生まれた方が良かったんじゃないかなって思うことありますよ。そしたら私も惚れてるかもな。なんちゃって。
Just kidding.
ミオンも男の子に生まれたかったなんて言ってたな。
But I don't really think it's that exactly, right? It's just she's uncomfortable. I think it's just the conflict between like the way she feels like she should act, considering like her social position and all of these relationships she has with Keiichi, especially, and like the dynamic that she like wants to establish, like with Keiichi especially, right?
お姉は女の子がしたいのか男の子がしたいのか
And
中途半端なんですよね。
And it's like we're tying this to masculinity and femininity, being a boy or a girl, just because of like the associated things alongside those, right? Like
まあ不吉祥な生き方のツケですからね。放っておいてあげてください。
さっきから実の姉に随分な言い方だな。
Really?
私ミオンのどことなく甘えたところ好きじゃないんです。
The way that Shion talked somehow sounded cold.
シオンってミオンとあんまり仲良くないのか？
まあそこそこは仲良くやってます。でも姉妹として許せないなってところはいろいろありますよ。あれ見てください。可愛いと思いません
？I turned around to look at where Shion was pointing. What was there was the familiar display window of a toy shop. Yeah, the one we were just at, right? In the first chapter? The same shop that was the stage for the incident that occurred during last Sunday's club activities. Okay, maybe this will make him think about it, about the doll thing. What Shion was pointing at was a display with a plethora of adorable dolls that looked like the sort girls would like. Okay, yeah, literally.
女の子ってどうしてこういうのが好きなのかな？
だって可愛いじゃないですか。ケイちゃんは可愛いって思いませんか？
俺は男だから特にそういうのは感じないよ。
まあまあ、ケイちゃんはこの中で 一番可愛いのはどれだと思います？
Shion, pulling on my arm, motioned to the row of dolls. They were lined up like they were close sisters taking a commemorative photo. A few of them seemed strangely familiar. Right? Yeah, familiar from... Uh-huh.
やっぱり有名なんですね。ケイちゃんでも知ってるくらいだから。
Shion sounded impressed.
最近イギリスから入ってきたばかりの新作なんですよ。この辺ではまだ売ってますけど、都市部の方じゃ品切れ状態で安さがポイントのはずなのに変に高騰しちゃってるそうですよ。
女の子っていい年になってもこういうのが好きなんだな。
人にもよるでしょうけど、人形とかぬいぐるみとかを嫌いな女の子って
Yeah.
そんなにいないと思いますよ。
That's like, and that's just what Keiichi assumed of Mion, of course, right?
あの男女のお姉ですら可愛いって言ってましたから。
ミオンも可愛いって言うのか。そりゃすごいことだな。
So, like, let's think about it, right? Wow, she is bringing it up very directly. That's right, I just remembered. The store owner gave this one to us after Sunday's event. It's weird, even me, it's like I'm having trouble, like, this is Mion, you know? Like, it's so hard to not see her as a different person. Except for Mion, who is a relative, everybody had gotten something.
やっぱりあれが一番ですよね。ドレスのふわふわな感じが本当に。
それだ。この店のマスターに俺がもらったやつだ。
らしいですね。
Shion replied softly, but clearly.
吉郎おじさんが日曜日のイベントを盛り上げてくれたお礼にって、お姉が連れてきた友達4人に配ったんだそうです。ドレスの人形はケイちゃんがもらったんですね。どうでしたか？とっても可愛かったでしょ？
As a man, there's no way I'd think it was cute.
じゃあその人形どうしちゃったんですか？
持っててもしょうがないからあげちゃったよ。
Gave it to who instead of who? To who? As Shion laughed, I could hear an audible click run through my head, like the piece of a jigsaw puzzle snapping into place. Wow, I guess she is being really open with her feelings now. So, man, good job, Mion.
今日はみんな本当にありがとう。
New music.
おかげでイベントは大盛り上がりだったよ。大したものじゃないけど、これ今日のおだちんに。
あ、吉郎おじさん、私にはないの？おだちん。
あらあらあら、かわいいのが出てきましたわよ。
When Sadako and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside.
わあ、これかわいい。お持ち帰りしていいの？本当に？
ってことは俺のもかな。なんだかやたら可愛いのが出てきたぞ。
It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd use to play house. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Sadako was the same, and Rika-chan too. And Mion? I see. It wasn't just Rena, Sadako, and Rika-chan. There was one other person who seemed jealous. Yeah, I remember how much she was like laughing and stuff. Because she just wants to make it a joke, right? You know? Not wanting for her expression to give it away, she had said that to hide her embarrassment.
なんつうのか、プリティっていうか、キュートっていうか、可愛いのは認めるんだが、着せ替え人形はちょっとな。
ケイちゃんが持ってたら確実に明日からあれな趣味の人扱いだね。
Mion's usual teasing way of talking. I looked around to see who I should give the doll to. Mion was right in front of me. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. But I didn't. Yeah.
くれるの？レナに？ありがとう。
Turning away from Mion's covetous gaze, I gave the doll to Rena. Mion's smile bore into my back. There's no way I couldn't have noticed. Why did I not give it to Mion? Since Mion was the only one who didn't get anything, wouldn't it have just been standard practice to give it to her? At that time, I had noticed that something was wrong. That's why I said it.
保身のためだ。
Yeah.
レナにあげないと夜道が怖い。
It's like he had to make an excuse for why. So I guess I feel like on some level he must have known. Yeah. He just thought for one it probably wasn't a big deal at all.
違いない。
ミオンにあげようかと思ったけど、
It's like he did have to, yeah, I remember. It's like he did justify why he gave it to her, like, very explicitly. Because I guess even he could tell, of course, that it felt weird, that there was something off, you know? Something dark flickered briefly in Mion's eyes, but at the time I didn't notice it. I thought to give it to Mion. Why didn't I?
へへへへ、分かってるじゃない。私さ、どうして男に生まれなかったのかなって思う時あるよ。
Yeah. Mion herself had said that with a laugh, so I didn't realize that I had hurt her.
そうだな。ミオンってかっこいい系の方が似合うやつだもんな。だからこの店の手伝いはシオンちゃんが来て正解だったと思うぜ。
Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard
そ
me.
の制服、ミオンなんかには絶対に似合わないと思うけど。
Man,
シオンちゃんにはよく似合ってると思う。
it's interesting. It's like, I feel like it plays into Onikashi really well in a way. It's like, in this case, it's Keiichi looking at Mion and being like, unable to view her in a different way than his, maybe not his initial impression of her, but just the way that she has been, like, built up in his mind, right? It's, like, impossible for him to think of her as anything different, which isn't, like, a weird thing. I think that's very, like, completely understandable with, like, any relationship you have with anyone, right? And, like, in Onikashi, it was, like, we had this big, like, it was, like, all of the crazy stuff happening in Onikashi coincided with Keiichi learning all of these things about his friends that, a lot of it explicitly didn't have anything wrong with it exactly. If anything, Keiichi, like, stretched to make it seem, like, more terrifying than it was, right? Like, Sadako and Rika's parents being killed by the curse, for example, right? Like, that's awful. But for Keiichi, the way he really viewed that was just another thing of this crazy, weird conspiracy, curse, insane shit happening, right? Because that really felt like kind of the main, like, maybe not the point of Onikashi, but it was just like him digging in too deep and uncovering these things about his friends that completely changed the dynamic of their relationship because it changed the way he viewed them, you know? And it's like here, in Watanagashi, it's like he is unable to see Mion as anything but, like, just the way he viewed her before, you know? I don't know. Maybe there's not, like, an exact connection between them that I can draw other than that, but I think it's very interesting. It's a very similar thing to, like, kind of the underlying, I mean, character narrative in a way in Onikashi. It was kind of very loose in Onikashi, kind of a loose connection, but, Shion, like Rena often does, spaced out and turned bright red. Mion seemed really happy. She seemed happy that I complimented Shion. Shion, not Mion. Saying that it didn't suit Mion, but that it suited Shion. Saying that it suited her seemed to make her happy.
ミオンの双子の妹なんだよ。性格は違うけど、外見は瓜二つなんだ。
そうそう。外見は似てるけど中身は大違いなんだよ。
And I guess in a way, it's like Mion is probably scared. Mion is probably scared to change this dynamic of her relationship with Keiichi too, you know? Like, her saying this, right? It's like, she wants to change it. She wants her relationship with Keiichi to be different than it is now. And that's what Shion is, right? But at the same time, she's scared to, like, lose what they already have with, like, Mion and Keiichi versus Shion and Keiichi, you know? So that's why it's like she's compartmentalizing it into two different people, right?
私は優しくて思慮深いけど、シオンは冷めてておっかない性格なんだよね。
多分生まれた時にミオンの女の子らしい部分は全部シオンに行っちゃったんだと思う。ミオンと違って実にはにかんだ笑顔の似合う可愛い女の子なんだ。
Keiichi's stupidity is really just reinforcing her behavior in that sense. Mion made a strange face that was both angry and happy at the same time. Because it's like, he thinks he's like making a joke because they're identical twins, you know? But it seems she was happy that I said Shion was cute. Sneaking a look inside the box, to say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. There was an elegant meal stuffed inside.
本当にいいのか？これ タバスコとかがいっぱい入ってるとかそういう冗談じゃないのかよ。
もうお姉じゃないんですから、私そんなことしませんよ。別に嫌なら無理しなくても帰って自分で食べちゃいますから。
I'm not my sister. That was how she said it. Yeah, just... Shion was insistent that she wasn't Mion. She was saying that she was Shion, and that I shouldn't think of her as Mion. When Mion was Shion, it carried a special meaning.
みーちゃんって不思議でしょ。女の子なんだけど男の子みたいっていうか。
That's what Rena said.
でもね、そんなみーちゃんも本当はすっごく女の子らしいんだよ。
レナ、
And he just couldn't
お
take
前
it seriously
ミ
at
オ
all.
にいくらもらったんだよ。
違うの。もうちゃんとした話をしてるんだよ。
Rena began to pout. Now probably wasn't the right time to joke
み
around.
ーちゃんは部活の部長さんだから、みんなのリーダーとして頑張ってるけど、本当はとっても可愛い女の子なんだよ。それ特に圭一くんには忘れてほしくないな。
There never was a riddle to begin with. Rena was saying the answer right from the beginning.
それでもう私
Oh.
何が何だかわからなくなっちゃって。
うん。
Oh, and so she'd already told Rena?
ケイちゃんに悪気がなかったのは分かってる。
Well, of course, right? But
分かってるつもり。
うん。圭一くんは人を傷つけるような人じゃないよ。だからみーちゃんが痛みを覚える必要なんか全然ないんだよ。
well, she's gonna be hurt by it anyway.
じゃあ何なんだろうね。悔しいのか、それとも悲しいのか、全然分かんなくて。
欲しかったあのお人形。
It won't make a difference now. Yeah. Oh.
レナがもらったのをあげても
Yeah.
何にも解決にならないもんね。
It's just about...
そうだね。
じゃあみーちゃん、圭一くんにおねだりしてごらんよ。
But that's so hard to do. That's so hard to do. To just, like... But what do you say? You know? That's so hard to do. Like...
正面からぶつかってみた方が結構
I...
解決できる
Yeah.
かもしれないよ。
I agree with her in terms of that. It really is. I think that would be the easiest solution. Assuming... I don't think Keiichi would be the type of person to, like, get defensive and, like, you know... Because there's the type of person where... In a situation like this, if you bring something like this up, they would just get defensive and act like you think they're doing something wrong, you know? But in Keiichi's case, I don't think he's like that. I think the fact that Rena has been able to bring it up and he's immediately apologetic and thinks about his own actions, I think is proof of that, right? But it's still, I mean, even without that fear, let's say if that's ignored, it's so hard to do that, you know? I mean, clear communication is very difficult. Yeah.
そんなのできるわけないじゃない。
Oh.
今さら恥ずかしくてできない？
It's not just embarrassing, it's just like, you're just scared, you know? I mean...
ミオンじゃない私でもう一回やり直したい。そうしたら今度はもっと素直になりたい。ミオンとしてのケイちゃんとの関係はとても気に入ってるよ。わがままだと知ってるけど、もう一回。
きっと気づいてくれるよ、圭一くん。
そうかな。
Well, I guess this is him noticing, right? I was about to say he didn't, but I guess this is him noticing. He got a hint from Rena.
レナも応援するから、みーちゃんの悲しみも軽くなる方法を探してみようよ。私を信じて、みーちゃんを泣かせたりなんか絶対にさせないから。
Man, Rena is just the best character of all time.
信じる。信じる。
きっと圭一くんはみーちゃんのことも分かってくれるよ。それでね、無神経なことを言ってごめんねって言ってあのお店にみーちゃんを連れて行って あのお人形をプレゼントしてくれるの。そうしたらみーちゃんもありがとうって言うんだよ。
Right. Thank
茶
you.
化しちゃダメだよ。素直に言うんだからね。
Man.
欲しいなって言ったらケイちゃん買ってくれます？
Mion said it quietly, doing her best to quell her embarrassment. I would have reflexively begun to lightly tease her to hide my embarrassment. But like Mion, I quelled that impulse.
いいよ、ミオン。今日までのお礼ってことで、
Oh,
どれでも買ってやるよ。
new music again. My voice cracked with the unfamiliar words. In order to not lose to Mion trying her best, I tried my best as well.
だから私ミオンじゃなくてシオン。
じゃあ、シオン。
We'll work on that. We'll
シ
work
オ
on
ンに買
that.
ってやるよ。
It's okay. Shion looked down. Red-faced, she pointed at the doll in the dress through the store window.
本当にいいんですか？あのドレスのだけはちょっぴり高いんですよ。
値段の問題じゃないだろう。気持ちの問題だよ。
私今日はケイちゃんに嫌なお客さんから助けてもらえて本当に嬉しかったです。先輩たちもみんな助けてくれなか
Oh
ったの
man.
にケイちゃんだけは助けてくれました。私の肩をグイって引っ張ってくれましたよね。あの時すごくかっこよかったです。なのに私恥ずかしくってちゃんとしたお礼もできなくって。
I clamped my hand down on Shion's head and ruffled her hair roughly, like how I would do to Rena and the others. When I did that, Shion, like Rena would have, spaced out and blushed slightly.
そんな難しいのは抜きでいいよ。あの時、あげてればよかったんだ。そうすれば、みんな楽しく笑ってられたんだ。
Yeah. Shion didn't respond. She had turned bright red, like she was trying to hold back laughter and tears.
今買ってくれよ。そこで待
Oh,
って。
私も一緒に行きます。
saying that, she grabbed onto my arm once again. She wasn't trying to be stoic anymore.
お姉がどうしてケイちゃんのことを好きなのか私よく分かった気がします。ねえケイちゃんのことちょっぴり好きになってもいいですか？
The unfamiliar situation had made my head start to spin. Whoa. What am I doing? I had reached my limit. Smiling wryly to hide my embarrassment, I dragged Shion into the store with me.
すみません。表のショーウィンドウにあるドレスの人形が欲しいんですけど。
After a moment, I heard a voice of acknowledgement, and an apron-clad employee soon appeared.
ケイちゃん？それになんであんたがここにいるの？バイト中のお姉には関係ありません。
So, like... What are we doing, man? I hate you. I really like. What are we doing here? What's happening right now? What are we doing? I mean, really.
ケイちゃんとデート中なんですから。
What are we doing? Well, I mean, like, Right. Of course. I should have seen this coming. Like... Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 I mean, like, I don't even want to read this. Like, I don't even, like, I can't, like, I just can't. I can't do this. Like, Alright, I just know, like, you know? Like, you know what I mean, right? Like, what are we doing? Like, what's happening? Like, why are we like, should I just start, like, Mion looked at me with an expression of confusion and surprise. But that was the same with me. If she was there, then who was next to me?
最初からそうだって言ってますよ。
Hi, Shion. It's nice to meet
お
you.
姉の双子の妹ですよ。
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
ケイちゃんだって私のことをシ
Uh-huh.
オンって呼んでたじゃないですか。
Yeah. Shion, saying that, pouted cutely.
どういうことなの？
I wish I knew, Mion. I really do.
説明してよ。
like, what are we, like...
別にお姉がご就寝のケイちゃんってどんな人
So Shion is evil. Shion needs to be, executed. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
デザートフェスタのチケットを都合してあげたんです。そしたらケイちゃん、私が嫌なお客さんに絡まれているところにさっそうと現れて。
Yeah. God, what do we do, man? What do we do? What are we doing? What's happening? What do we do? What do we, like, what do we, like... Both Mion and I raised our voices pathetically, expression of confusion to the utmost.
ミオンが電話をくれたろ昨日さ。
しないよ私。何のことか全然わかんない。私、ケイちゃんのために
But no,
お弁当
how
を
was
届
that
けてあ
her?
げたよね。
How did she do that? That was Mion, wasn't it?
あれは私だもんね。それともあれ。お姉だった
Wait, what? So...
園崎ミヨンともあろうお方が手作り弁当を作って男の子の家に海外しく届けに行ったと？へえ、お姉って見かけによらず大胆。
With a loud pop, a trail of smoke began to rise from Mion's head. So that was Mion. Okay, so that was Mion who did that, right? It had to be Mion, obviously, because Shion isn't here. How could that possibly have been Shion? Like, how would Shion have gotten to Hinamizawa and given this bento to Keiichi right after 5 minutes after school ended? You know, so that was Mion. So Mion was pretending to be Shion there. So... Yeah, so...
ほらね、ケイちゃん。お姉は知らないって。
Shion needs to be gone.
だから昨日までのは全部私。園崎シオンなの。私のふりを
Like all that stuff Shion said about Mion, like hello, like
これで疑いは晴れたでしょ?
I couldn't tell up from down at the moment. If there was a Miiver around, I could have seen my eyes go wide from the shock.
さあ、店員さん。表のショ
I
ーケ
hate
ー
you,
スの
I
人
hate
形
you, I hate you, I
包ん
hate
で
you,
くださいね。
I hate you, I hate
大
you,
好きになった
I
人か
hate
ら
you.
の初めてのプレゼントだから
I hate you,
ちゃんとリボン付きで梱包してほしいです。
I hate you. Mion, completely flustered, was being cornered by a sly-faced Shion. So Shion is the root of all evil in this world. So that is good to know. I'm glad we figured that out. We figured out the antagonist behind everything. My brain had stopped working.
そんなケイちゃん何がどうなって
God, dude.
じゃあ行こう。ケイちゃん、もう暗くなってきたから、お家まで送ってあげ
No,
るね。
I call the police.
おね、
Please.
悪いけど沖宮の家に電話して車を回すように
No.
自転車も積めるようにワゴンか何かで来てほしいって伝えてね。
In contrast to Shion, who had glee written all over her face, Mion was an empty shell and looked like she could burst into tears at any moment.
ケイちゃん。
I tie Shion to the ceiling. Like, after that, Mion's grumblings were unrelenting. What are we doing? Oh my god. What are we doing right now? What are we doing? 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 I don't want to talk with that music. So, like, this is gonna make everything so much worse for everybody. Right? So Shion is real, and it's been her trolling Keiichi because she's evil this entire time. All of that stuff that she said about Mion, that the reader takes as Mion talking about herself, like, was actually Shion being evil. And what do we do, man? It's like Shion is a literal representation of, like, Mion's worst fears. You know? Like, Shion is literally this feminine version of Mion, who is doing all of this stuff that Mion wishes she could do, in her relationship with Keiichi especially. And Shion is doing it instead because she's evil. And this is just gonna make everything so much worse. Like, hello? Like, we just got all of this stuff showing how awful this has been for Mion, and how she's been handling this. And now everything is gonna be a million times worse for everybody. Because Shion is the most evil character ever included in anything ever. So that's good. That's really good. That is a good, solid, fantastic. That is just awesome that all of that just happened. And Mion literally was pretending to be Shion at one point, because obviously she brought Keiichi the bento. God, that just like, I want to reread everything. I want to reread all of these scenes. It's like when Keiichi has been talking about chatting with Shion all the time. Mion was like, Shion is real. That wasn't Mion. So it's just making it all worse, right? It's just making it all worse. Keiichi having any kind of relationship with Shion at all, because Shion is like, oh god. And Shion is doing this to, like, troll Keiichi and be evil. So that's really good. That's really awesome. That's fantastic. Great.
だから初めましてじゃないですって。
Oh my
昨日ま
god.
で毎日お会いしてたじゃないですか。
もういい。お前がそうだって言うなら、そ
Is
ういう
this
ことでいい。
before or after? Someone from Shion's house came to get me in a station wagon. Okay, it's after. I had initially refused, but Shion insisted, and so both my bicycle and I ended up stuffed in the car. Wow, okay. Said car was currently driving across the single bumpy road leading to Hinamizawa. For goodness sake, Shion was at Mion's level at least. Wait, Shion was at Mion's level at least, or maybe an even better actor. Either way, no matter what questions I pressed her with, she'd slip out of them like an eel. We have to get physical here, like...
しかし、
Sorry,
そうだな。
I'm so mad right
ミオ
now.
ンみたいに髪を後ろで結んだら、やっぱりミオンそっくりになるのか
Yes. Yeah, she would, I'm sure.
さあ、試せばそうなるんじゃないですか。私たち筋金入りの一卵性ですから。昔は服を取り替えっこしただけで誰も見破れなかったものです。お姉と一緒に断るごとに入れ替わ
Oh,
って、
God.
いろいろと騙したりしましたって。
The middle-aged driver wearing a black suit heaved a heavy sigh, like he were a butler. It's hard to read. I'm so mad. I can't.
その深いため息は
Did I write down that name? Probably not. I don't care.
失礼しました。昔から変わられないなと思
She
った
sure
わけですよ。
hasn't, has she? You could see many years of hardship on the man's face through the rear view mirror. Jesus Christ.
それよりケイちゃんの家ってこっちでいいんですか？葛西はその先本家の道以外は
Just
南沢をよく知らないか
Drop him
ら
off immediately. You gotta get out of here, Keiichi. ASAP.
任せておくと矢後地あたりまで走ってっちゃいますよ。
そりゃ困る。すみません。
Sounds good.
次の右に入る細い道のところで止めてください。そこまでで結構です。
He stopped the car at the desired place. The driver, Kasai-san, got my bike out of the truck for me.
あ、どうもすみません。今日は送ってもらってありがとうございます。
What are you gonna say to fucking Shion? Like, I hate you and you're evil? Oh, he has art too. I guess I am writing down his name. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna forget his name, but I might as well, right? Kasai. Shion's minion. How about yeah, that sounds fitting.
あ、はい。
いろいろと災難はあると思いますが、そのうち飽きると思いますので、
Sounds good to me.
どうかそれまでご辛抱ください。
He gave a deep, deep look of sympathy. This guy had definitely been dealing with the Sunazaki sisters ever since they were little kids.
ですが、ミオンさん
I
と
don't
同
believe
じ
you.
で、根は優しい方なんですよ。
それはつまりミオン並みに迷惑をかけるやつだということですか。
The man's face froze in a smile, his reply lost. Hey, back me up here.
じゃあねケイちゃん、また会いましょうね。お姉にもよろしくお伝えください。
I never want to see you again, Shion. I don't know, you seem to really have a misconception here about the dynamic. Like, I want you to be long gone. Like,
私も明日から南沢の学校に通おうかな。
please don't.
絶対に来るな。
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
俺
thank
が
you.
沖宮の学校に転校するから。
それはすごくひどいことですよ、ケイちゃん。
Good. A short beep of the horn. The man gave a little wave to me from the driver's seat. Then, the car withdrew into the dark night roads, leaving dust in its wake. Man, this entire day made no sense. I ran into Mion while I was with Shion, and the former's expression, like a pigeon shot with a pellet gun, had finally begun to make a strong impression on me. I don't think I've ever been more angry about anything in my entire life. Like, I don't, what do you say about this? I hate the author. I hate Shion. Yeah, she needs to, unspeakable things need to happen to her. And like, the only reason I'm so mad is just because it's just like, this such a, oh, it's so, like, I'm way more mad at this than like the idea of Rena mutilating people or something, you know? Like, it's just so, God, it hurts so much. Because it's like, I'm in Mion's shoes, and it's just, this is making everything so much worse. And now I, like, feel guilty, because, like, I was like, God. Whatever, I can't even, like, there's nothing to say. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. I hate everything that just happened. And I'll see you in the next one.